welcome to the Arsenal Show. We are live, and it is the match reaction of Arsenal's 2-0 victory against Leicester. A massive win again. Once again, the teams keep coming and Arsenal keep on knocking them down. And we are joined today by my co-host, Steve K. How you doing, Steve?
How you doing, Kieran? Hello, good. Everybody's having a good weekend out there. Kieran, it's always a pleasure to sit with you, but just recently it's even getting doubly a pleasure. When we're coming on here and just because this team is just so exciting now, isn't it? It's just they're playing some incredible football and buzzing.
It is. You're seeing Mine Odegaard stepping it up a level and silky skills every game. Thomas Partey showing his consistency once again, but also adding little bits extras to his game. And another clean sheet. And Aaron Ramsdale, after a couple of games where he's conceded goals, it was nice to get a clean sheet and another big save as well, an important save against Leicester City.
Yeah, massive 3 points. Pressure's on. Pressure was on the boys. After everybody's played, and quite a few teams underneath us had got decent results. So they had to go. They just didn't seem like it. It just bothered them. They seem to be getting this fearlessness about them. Mm-hmm. And like I said just a little minute ago, it's just so exciting. Some of the football they're playing. I think it's probably some of the best in the Premiership at the moment. No exaggeration.
Yeah, it is, and you're seeing the pundits and the people probably most critical of Arsenal in recent seasons showing the most admiration at the moment, and it's good to hear because this team and Mikel Arteta especially they definitely deserve it. All right, let's get on to the player ratings. And make sure you give us your player ratings as well. Before we go on, please smash that subscribe button and hit that like button if you are new to the show. If you are watching live, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're watching on Facebook, come over and join us in the chat on KS1 TV. I'm going to turn on Twitter for a second as well, but it won't be on for long, people. So, yeah, I'm going to cut it off in about 5 minutes. So if you are watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV and join us live before I switch it off. All right, let's go. Steve, player ratings. First of all, Aaron Ramsdale today. How was he?
Well, Aaron Ramsdale was just as good as what he's been the whole season. He pulls off a save when needs be. He's commanding in the area. He talks to his defenders, and he's just getting more exciting and exciting just week in, week out. And I'm putting him up there, and I'm saying it, and I'm putting him up there with the best goalkeepers that are around at the minute. I'm putting him up there with the Mendes. I'm putting him up there with the Allinsons. I've had a look. You're a goalkeeper, Q. You'll know. I've looked what he's done. I'm looking what they've done. He's working behind a new defence. This guy is top notch for me, and if you're watching over on Twitter, get over in here because this team's buzzing tonight. Any Arsenal fans should get over here because let's support our team and Ramsdale. Let's support him, and he's just for the age he is and for what he's doing, and just incredible. And for me, he's I'm going to give him a 7 tonight.
All right, Aaron Ramsdale gets a 7. How good was that save from it seemed like point blank range? Brendan Rodgers was even celebrating before it went in as well, thinking it was going on. Colette say, cannot wait to hear Steve wax lyrical about Odegaard. Good to hear from you, Colette. So, all right. So Ramsdale gets a 7. Gabriel,
it's hard to take him on his own because they seem to be a pair now. They're sort of in with White. There's this brotherhood, and he's getting better and better by game. I thought he was excellent tonight. I didn't think the Liverpool got Liverpool on my brain. You know, we'll probably talk about that Monday. But yeah, he's just proving, and he's on his way to being a real top class defender. And I just didn't think he give the Leicester forwards a look in. It was all sort of, you know, it was sort of in the end they were sort of shooting from outside the boxes, and there was nothing. And yeah, whenever he come up against them, he was doing his job. And yeah, for me, it's a 7.
All right, Gabriel gets a 7. Benjamin White.
Benjamin White, the £50 million waste of money, according to a lot of people, and the people that who was a wrong one, who's, you know, friends of ours who said he was, you know, they couldn't work out why we bought him. But you have to watch this guy week in, week out. He can do everything. He was tackling today. Again, the blocks he was flying himself in at, you know, at shots, and it's just, and what is really coming. The more you watch Bren White, the more you watch him, the more you take in, is how good he is on the ball. I used to always look, Kieran, at Gabriel, and how good Gabriel was on the ball. I had this thing where it was all about Gabriel. I was looking at Gabriel, yeah. And don't get me wrong, Gabriel's great on the ball, but I'm looking at Ben White, and I'm seeing him on the ball, and I'm seeing him at these 40-yard passes. I'm seeing the ball. Sometimes, you know, he's cutting out Partey and Xhaka, and he's hitting the ball through to Saka or Martinelli or Smith Rowe when he comes on himself. Just purring. You know, I've been purring a lot. You know, these
and that block as well.
hours.
That block from Ben White as well. There's a block in the first half, which was a game changer, to be honest. Because if that goes in, then Leicester are fully on us. But Ben White coming with it was an excellent block. I think it was off the back of Ramsdale pushing it out, cutting out the cross, low cross in the area, and it would have been an open goal. And Ben White's just thrown everything in front of it. A great block from Ben White.
And that's what Coletto's saying in the comments there. Ben White times 1,000, and you know, when you think Ben White has cost that 50 million, and Maguire cost 80 million. I mean, it's like a bargain. I mean, what would Man United do now to have a Ben White in the centre of the defence? I think they'd grab your hands off to take him in their defence. But yeah, excellent again. I give Ben a 7.
All right. Good one, 7. Okay, who is next? It is Kieran Tierney.
You know what I'm going to say about Kieran Tierney, didn't you? Because you know the type of defender I like. He has got the lot. This kid has now got the lot. I got a little bit annoyed with Arsenal fans at the beginning because it was all keeping their eye on him going forward and in the crosses, and I'm saying, look, he's got to do more than that. But my God, has he taken it on? And what today he was incredible, and you know they're wingers, and he was, you know, the players who were coming through. And Maddison, he was venturing out there, and Tierney's now, and I don't know the way he's reading the game as well. He was reading the game where he was coming across from his position and coming into the centre and winning tackles when Gabriel or White every now and then when they was out of position, and this. Watching this and seeing him do this, you think now you're getting your defensive brain switched on. And again, I thought he was absolutely fantastic today. Really did. And again, another 7.
All right, 7 for Kieran Tierney. Cedric Suarez coming in for Tomiyasu again, being his consistent self. Don't think you can have any complaints about his performance against today.
No, mate. No, just the same. No complaints. Does he deserve to be dropped? Probably not. But again, you know, a fantastic performance today. He's working. Do you know what? He's working really well with Saka, and
yeah.
I'm wondering if Arteta's spotting this, and he's seeing this, and he's seeing that thing of like you've got Odegaard, you've got Cedric, and then you've got Saka on that right, and it's working so well, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Tomiyasu with his back fit. But it's great that we've got this guy, you know, Portuguese right back, you know, won the Euros, you know, in it as well, and got loads and loads of experience, and again gets up and down like he was a 22-year-old, like he was one of the boys, you know. But he's got that engine, and I thought he was very good today again. A 7.
Right, 7. Yeah, as you said, he's working very well with Saka. Defensively, he's been sound. I've got no complaints with him. And it's very similar to the dilemma we had when Kieran Tierney was out and Tavares came in. I think Tomiyasu would eventually come in, but it's an option there, and it's one that it's another one that you haven't got to worry about. As long as he keeps his consistency, I'm happy. I'm happy to have him in there while Tomiyasu's out. Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, another good performance by Granit Xhaka. I don't want to really all this keep on Granit Xhaka leaving, and we can replace Granit Xhaka and we can get better than Granit Xhaka. Just get off the gravy train now, for God's sake. This guy performs every week, and he's got Arsenal at heart, and he'll run to the, you know, to Land's End for Arsenal Football Club. And today he was brilliant. And whether it's because he's got party with him, you know, because Jack is getting into areas of the pitch where, you know, I mean, he was the second highest assist maker today on the whole pitch. But you probably won't hear nothing about that being said. But he was great today. The great partnership with Thomas Partey, and you heard Martin Odegaard, you know, after the game in his interview saying, you know, it was all about Partey and Xhaka that makes him be able to do what he does. And that's what I've been saying for a long while. You know, you've got to have that. You've got to have that boring player who just might lay it off or just push it through to the man that can do the job. Granit Xhaka can't do what Martin Odegaard does. And I think sometimes that's what Arsenal fans think that they want. They want him to do. We don't want that. Sometimes you need a Henderson. You need someone like that who just lays a Rodrigo, who just gets it, pushes it, lays it off. He's confident with the ball. And he is that. And he's doing that. I thought he was excellent today. 7.
All right, 7. There's one part where Granit Xhaka, because he's playing a more advanced role at the moment, I don't think it suits him his best, but he's doing what he can in that position. But today he was really good. And there was one point where I was like, is that Martinelli? But it wasn't, because there was Martinelli running next to him. And I was like, I thought I was seeing double, because Granit Xhaka somehow found some pace, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. But no, for a player who's playing out of position, he's still centre midfield, but he's having to get a bit more forward. So yeah, no, he done well today. I was happy with his performance. Thomas Partey.
I thought this was his best game in an Arsenal shirt. I know people were saying he had a good game. I thought it was outstanding.
Like the little flicks he's had into his game now as well.
But
I can't believe it. He done a little flick around the corner. I was like,
you know what people do sometimes? They look at the thing, the standout thing, you know, where, you know, sometimes you've got to look at what their movement are doing. What you just said, like the little flick, the tackles he was getting in,
the little pokes
he was getting.
It's not even like big tackles, big sliding, crashing tackles through people. He's not clattering people. He's just getting a toe in. He's just breaking up play.
But again, how many what also sometimes you say was that Martinelli? You know, sometimes he was doing that little twist and that little bit turn of what Martin Odegaard does. It was like go one way, turn the other. and then it made him some space, and then he laid it off.
Yeah.
And I was like, whew, that's it, Thomas. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. And if he's good enough to find space in this league, wow. I mean, and that is incredibly difficult to do, to find space in this league, because it is the hardest league in the world. I think he found that hard at the beginning when he came to Arsenal. I think when he came to Arsenal, it was all like a bit, well, what's this? This is different. And I think he's had to, struggle his way through, or learn his way through game by game by game by game, and he's done that, and he's took it on board. He was tying balls before that. You thought, well, what are you doing there? But then again, at the same time, you look back now and you think, well, he was trying.
He's finding his range. He's finding his range.
Yeah. But no, I can't. Excellent today. I mean, I know people were really lauding him today, but I was really lauding him, and I'll give him a 9. Thought he was excellent.
Right. A 9. Yeah, I thought he was excellent today. I gave Odegaard man the match, but just before I said Odegaard, I said Thomas Partey, because he was brilliant. When people talk about a defensive midfielder, yes, he can play in that position, but he's got more than that to his game, and you don't just want to bog him down in that central midfield position. So the way he's been playing now as a single pivot, it's weird. It's like in a double pivot, he was probably doing less. In a single pivot, he's got more time on the ball. He's on the ball more. He's more of an influence on the game. And as we were saying before, the little flicks around the corner, the drop of the shoulders, he's playing with confidence now. And if we've got Thomas Partey playing with this level of confidence, it must have been one of them games earlier on. I know he was playing well and starting to get into it, but it must have been one of them games where, like the Man City game, where because it's a big game, so he really must have got a lot of confidence from that. Because yes, he was good before that, but the little extra bits is what sets him apart from the rest. He was excellent.
That is what it is, isn't it? That's what makes a player to, a world-class player to, maybe a very good player. Those little things, and he's definitely got those things. And at 45 million, it seems another bargain.
And this guy at 35 million, this guy here, Martin Odegaard, absolutely. When we're talking about players that you go and pay to watch, he's becoming one of them at Arsenal. He's just everything. Even like just seeing a pass, you're like, oh, everything he does, it seems to have something extra special to it. The little flicks around the corner, his link-up play with Saka, brilliant. His link-up play with Partey, brilliant. It's just, go on.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say, mate? And the next who? I don't know. The next Luka Modric, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I know he's a Spurs and that, but if you lot out there know Luka Modric, then he is world class, and he's still smashing it world class at 36, 37 years old. This guy's he just started his career at I don't know what he is, 22, 23, 25. I don't know, but what this guy does on a football pitch is just a pleasure to watch. It's beautiful. If you can't enjoy watching Martin Odegaard, then just give up. Give up watching football now, because this kid has got the lot. He's got eyes. I'm sure he's like one of those Greek, mythological films where they got all eyes over his head, and it's like he can see everything from every single angle. And I've always someone who, my biggest favourite was Dennis Bergkamp. He is the closest to it what I've seen at Arsenal at this age. And for me to say that is something, to put him on that higher pedestal.
Yeah.
If he can, but today, It's vision. It's vision, kids. It's vision. How does he see that? You know, sometimes I watch a football game and I try and think where people are going to put the ball without it coming. He was seeing things like, I think, whoa, I missed that. I didn't even see that. You know, and I mean, the little 1-2s with Saka, the partnership he's getting with him. Yeah, I think a lot of it's down to the importance of Partey and Xhaka. I think they've given him that protection to go in there and say, you know, you don't have to come back now. You don't have to be that number 8 who comes back and does a bit of this, and you know, maybe because we want you to just give you the ball. That's your job. Give you the ball and just go and do your beautiful stuff. And he does. And today he did. And God, is it a 10? Yeah, it's a 10. It's got to be a 10. It was a 10. I'm going for a 10. I'm probably too excited. I shouldn't be a 10 actually. 9.
Yeah, I'm not giving him a 10 just because he didn't score. I think if he scores, then it's an unbelievable performance. Like it's a perfect performance. If you are just joining us, hit that like and subscribe button, please. And also jump in the comment section and give your player ratings as well. Oh, let's change that. It's 2 and 9. All right. Might know the guy get some 9 from Steve. Very tight.
While I was speaking, I was thinking he didn't score, did he? He didn't score. He just got one over the top.
He didn't score. I'm trying to think, and he didn't even get an assist because Thomas Partey potentially got the assist for the second one. And then who was the first one? It was a crossing from Martinelli's corner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Martinelli's corner? Yeah. It's crossed from Martinelli's corner. He was excellent today, but no goal, no assist. I can't give him a 10. But yeah, if you are joining us now, just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Appreciate the support. You can come in the comment section and join us and have your say, because right now, Calesto's doing a lot of talking. I'm loving it. What's he saying here? Oh, Stephen's in. What's this?
Go, Stephen.
It's a 10, Steve. It says, Caletto says it's a 10, Steve. I concur. Odegaard plays in slow motion. He's my favourite player in the world right now. And he is at his favourite club. And do you know what I was thinking when you were saying that as well, Steve? He's already been to Real Madrid. So he's not got that sort of pining for going to the Uber clubs, the big name club. Like Arsenal, big name, but do you know what I mean? Barcelona and Real Madrid are the 2 clubs that when they come knocking, people, it don't matter where you are, if you ain't at those 2 clubs, they can turn your head. Now he's already been there. Now there's not that worry for a little while. He's been at the glitz and glam. And he knows actually it's not even just about that. It's about being happy where you are, so you can play at your best. And that's what he said. He's already said it. He's his happiest he's been while playing football at the moment, and you can definitely see it. Stephen says Odegaard is quality. All right, next up, who have we got? We got Gabriel Martinelli, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I thought we had a very good game today. Very, very good game. He's all pace, isn't he? He's all power. Sometimes you think, you know, I keep saying, just rein it in a bit. But today I thought, well, no, maybe not rein it in a bit. That's the type of player you are. That's who you are. If you rein that in, if you stop doing that,
he needs to hone it in. Maybe not rein it in, but like harness the skill. Like just like use it at the right times, which is what Arteta's been saying, and I said it a couple of weeks ago. It feels like he's kind of forgotten a bit of what Arteta's saying. He's gone a little bit back to that 100 miles an hour again. While he's scoring and playing well still, it's okay, but he does need to shift up and down gears a bit more.
Yeah. I think sometimes he's got everybody on toast who he's marketing. I think he's got, which ain't a bad thing really, you know, all the good players, all the top players, all the world-class players, all the great players, you know, that you see over the years, you know, think that they're better than everyone else, and he's probably thinking that now. But I totally agree with what you said. But he did have a good game today. He did have caused problems, right back, a load of problems, and he did get down that line. He got some balls across. But obviously he's not the greatest of crossers of the ball, but we don't want him for that. But again, I can't knock Martinelli's performance today. Agree with what you said about just honing it in a little bit, but I'm still going to give him 7.
All right, Martinelli gets 7. Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka. I mean, Gareth Southgate must be looking at this guy and must be thinking, my God, you know, what a lucky man I am. But as far as England, I couldn't care less about England. He's an Arsenal player, and this out of all our Arsenal sides, all our players, this kid is. I just don't know where he's going to be. He could be anything. We've had some incredible wingers over the years, Kieran. We've had we've had the Pirez's, we've had the Overmarses, we've had like Freddie Ljungberg, who wasn't so much of a winger. He's more of a. Actually, he was probably the closest to Saka in the way they play.
I was going to say Saka seems to be a combination a little bit of the names you've just said there. He's got the pace of Overmars, but he's a different type of player because Overmars was like frightening in pace and just knocked that ball past people and you couldn't catch him. Saka's got different styles to his game, and I think it's probably because he's been brought up with these players, not just watching, but being coached by the likes of Freddie Ljungberg and Robert Perez as well. So, I mean, he's picked up traits, which is, as you're saying, you don't know where this kid could be in a few years' time. It's frightening how good he is. Even when he's having an average game, he's good.
Yeah. I mean, we were just saying about Martinelli and him honing it in. I think that's what Zaka's does. He could be that from the other side.
Yes.
If he hones it in, if he comes back a few steps, if he looks at Zaka and thinks, okay, let me calm it down a bit, because Zaka's sort of, you know, he gets the ball and you know, if he feels that he can go, he goes. If he feels that he can laze it off, he lays it off. With Martinelli, just gets the ball and goes.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, if he can look over at Zaka and think, oh, if you had that on both wings, isn't that unbelievable? But Saka today, again, it just defences they must frighten the life out of him. And there's so many players now in Arsenal going forward that it's made me think of you know, even like we could get a different type of forward, but that's another show for another day. But brilliant today, brilliant. I'll give him an 8.
All right. Yeah, just replying to this. So where was you Tuesday? We was waxing lyrical about Martin Odegaard on Tuesday. That was the pod, mate. But no, I'm sure come next Tuesday we'll be talking about Martin Odegaard again. I mean, you can't not do. We always go in depth more on the game on Tuesdays. Plus, I'll watch the game a couple of more times as well. Just to see them little extra bits and take some notes. So there'll be plenty of talking about him. What did you give Saka?
8. Give him an 8.
8. It's 8 for Saka. Yeah, he's. Sometimes he's just unstoppable. Like you can double up on him all you want, you can foul him all you want, but he's got pace. He's got his intelligence on the ball. He's excellent. His vision. And I'm excited to see how much better he gets when he's playing with players like Odegaard. Because he could play with, if he was to play with someone like Smith Rowe in that centre, no doubt he would get better off his own ability. But when you've got someone who's doing the little tricks, the little flicks and turns, right now, Saka's a sponge. You see Saka when he first started and to when he started playing with Pepe in the squad. Now you see him when he's playing with Martinelli with Odegaard on his side as well. Like he picks up on these little things. He picks up. So you're going to start seeing Saka do little flicks over the top of the defense and the last line. That's what you want when he's doing the little fights, little balls in between the lines in different positions. He's there's a lot more to come.
He's not digressed, is he? He's not digressed because he's gone from the youth. When he was 6 years old, I'm sure we've all seen that picture when he was 6 or 8 years old, whatever it was when he first came to Arsenal. And he's just gone up and up and up until he's got to under 16, under 18s, under 23s, and then as soon as he gets into the Arsenal full team squad, he's straight. Everybody sort of notices him straight away. You know, his form has never gone backwards. Then he gets into the England squad. He goes in there, he scores goals. Now he's a regular in the England squad. He's just one of these people who can just take every single little bit of step in his career on and be, whatever next is for him. I just think I'm totally confident that he's going to achieve, and I think that's why you hear people like Klopp saying Saka and mentioning him, and you hear Liverpool this and that, things like that, because they know this guy Mo Salah. They know this guy's the next Mo Salah. I'm telling you, they know. But he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going
nowhere. Alexander Lacazette finally gets a goal. Come on, Lacazette. I was actually well happy. Don't matter if it's a pen. It's so good that he gets a goal because he's been brilliant recently. Again, consistently been excellent this season. Maybe not scoring the goals that we want him to score, but we can't take away his link-up play. And look, if you look at the stats, if you want to go by stats, you're talking goal contributions 1 and 2. He's got, I think it's 21 games now. He's got 11 goals, or 11 goal contributions. So I think it's only 4 goals, but it's 8 assists. So
yeah.
If you're contributing to goals, then I can't complain. Yeah. And he's been brilliant once again. Steve.
Yeah, I mean, do we give him another year's contract? I mean, he wasn't a couple of months ago. We was larping him, But I think we've got to put our hands up, but then again, we did larp him. But we would never envisage that he would have turned his career round like this, and played in this type of role and as in a sort of a new position. But Alexander Lacazette, just fantastic, and I think the main thing is why he's playing like this, Kieran. He's got his confidence back.
Yeah.
And it may not be in scoring goals, but it's helping the team. It's because he plays that false 9 position now, and just excellently, to the degree where you think, do you want anybody else to play that false 9 now to take you through the rest of the season? And now at the end of the season, do you want someone to come in, or do you want to give him another year? It's a very difficult situation to, it's a hard situation to think of, because he deserves another year. He may not want that. He may not, want it, because I don't think Arsenal can give him a massive contract, but. Look, this take away all that. The last few months, this guy has been up there with the best of the Sakas and the Odegaards and the Martinellis and the parties. He deserves a massive shout out along with them guys, because this guy's career was faded, but game by game, he's just improved and improved and improved. And he's getting better and better and better. And again today, today he was excellent. And the penalty, it's lovely. I don't know what Peter Schmeichel was moaning about. He's moaning about because he got sussed out, because he just I don't know what he was moaning about. I'm still trying to work out what he was moaning about, because if you just for the fact that he stepped, then you can do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't stop his movement. You didn't even look in slow motion. Yeah. He jolted, but his leg was still moving, and then it was still one motion to the shot. They're always going to moan. Kasper Schmeichel's always going to moan. If I had Kasper Schmeichel my keeper, I'd want him to moan. It's part of his job as captain, and the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree from his dad, so it's just part of his game, and I can't knock it. It was never in doubt. Never in doubt, just like the pen. Blatant penalty for you.
Great penalty.
And definitely a penalty for you.
Oh yeah, I don't know what they kept. I was sitting there, I was watching it. The family, and we kept saying to each other, why do they keep showing it? Stop showing it. It's a penalty. Yeah. We keep showing that picture. Can't they see?
The thing is,
from that picture, there's a pen bang on.
I think Thomas Partey scores if he doesn't get his hand to that, because it just slows it down enough for Thomas to clear it off the line. It's just for me it was a penalty all day long. I don't know why they were kept on looking at it. But yeah,
all day, great,
penalty.
all day a penalty. Great. Showed his confidence with the little stop, and then the buried it in the top corner. That shows you what I just said about his confidence at this moment in time. And yeah, well done, Alexander Lacazette. And I've apologised for you once already, so I'm not going to apologise again.
And I wouldn't write off how important that penalty might be for him, because he had a goal which every Arsenal fan has given him that goal against Wolves, because if he doesn't have that shot, it don't go in, whatever, it was his goal, But this is like legit his goal now, so he's got another one on his notch. I hope this will push him on to get a couple more towards the end of the season, because I think this goal could be really important for him, to push him on, to give him that confidence to get in the area a little bit more, and get us some vital goals for that final run-in for the top four. What have you given him for ratings?
I'll give him. I'll still give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. Give him a 7. But I'll tell you what. He's. There was always that worry that his mate was gone and he was going to sort of have the ump and not play, or just be fed up. But he's got to have a big pat on the back, for playing the way he has.
And that worry was alleviated pretty much straight away, to be fair, because he knuckled down. He knuckled down straight away. There wasn't even any hangover from it. It was like straight up, boom, straight in. No issues. Yeah, he's a mate, but I'm a professional footballer and I've got to play for the club. I've got a contract with the club and I've got to do my best while I'm here.
Yeah.
That just definitely has to be commended. Emil Smith-Rowe, good to see him back.
Yeah, it was good to see him back. Give him a little run out. He obviously didn't have much time to get into the game. But it's good to see him there. Good to see him, looking sharp. He did. He looked sharp at times. He looked fit, and but it's an awkward situation for him now, because where does he play? Where does he go? Do you bring out Martinelli? It's an awkward one for him, because at the beginning, a few months ago, we were saying that Emil Smith-Rowe was a man. He was our main man, and now he's on the bench, but I don't think it's a bad thing. It's what we want. We need strong players on the bench. If Cedric stays in, you're going to have Tomiyasu, and you might have Smith-Rowe. You've got players like Pepe now. It looks like he's doing well. So it's only a good thing. These things ain't a bad thing. It's just you hope that these players like Smith-Rowe, will just keep on going, and they'll accept that. They will be their chance. Will come again, and they'll be back. Playing in the first 11. So it's great. So I'll give them a 6.
All right, 6 for Smith-Rowe. Before going through a couple of comments, Stephen says, I don't think it's going to be easy to replace Alexander Lacazette, and Calypso seconds that, was saying Lacazette is going to be difficult to replace. Take Lacazette out of Arsenal right now, we won't get top 4. He's a vocal point and a reference point for how we play now. Whoever comes in has to be an upgrade to Lacazette to do Lacazette's job's goals. Otherwise, why spend that money when we might as well keep Lacazette? It's one of those dilemmas that we're at, Steve. We'll talk about it Tuesday. We'll definitely talk about it Tuesday. It's coming.
I was going to say there is a little.
Definitely.
Talk about it Tuesday.
We'll definitely have a segment on Lacazette come Tuesday, because it's the one that we've been speaking about for the last season and a half now. Do you give Lacazette an extension on his contract? Do you give what he wants? Do you meet in the middle, or do you stick to your guns and offer him a 1-year contract, which looks like what Arsenal are only offering on the table? Eddie Nketiah came on, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, Eddie came on. I mean, he had less time than Emil Smith-Rowe, didn't he? And,
him and Pepe didn't have long.
Yeah, he just gave, just give him a little runabout, and it is good to see Arteta putting them on and giving them a little runabout. And they probably both deserve 5s on that one.
Cool. And Pepe a 5. We'll go straight to Mikel Arteta then. Mikel Arteta.
yeah, I mean, right team, a win, a clean sheet. Wow, is he playing some fantastic football? I'd love to be one of their training sessions and just see that, because there was a move. Was you in a move in I don't know if it was the first half where I was just praying that they was going to score from it, and it just went pop 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 pop, and it was very similar to the Wiltshire goal from that time that I'm sure everybody remembered. And this type of this ticky-tacky, bang-bang football, just beautiful to watch. And I can't fault you faulting. There's nothing to fault Mikel Arteta today. And I think, mind you, this is one of his hairs was out of place, which is a bit unusual.
No, not having it. No, lies. That's a lie. That is a vicious lie. Never, ever seen. You could have said anything. You said his hair was out of place, not Mikel Arteta. It's not even possible. It's not even possible. It's not possible.
Even with the hair out of place, I'm still going to give him. I've got to give him a 10. I've got to give him a 10. He's done everything right. He's done his job. Everything that you would want to. If you whittle down the bullet points and you wanted to put a tick, 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 they'd all get ticked. So I'm ticking him a 10. Well done, Mikel.
All right, Mikel gets a 10 from Steve. Please hit that like and subscribe button. If you are new to KS1 TV, smash that subscribe button and support the channel. Appreciate it. And while you're there, smash that like as well. All right. Yes, that is all we have. We've got another comment in there. Most handsome manager in the Premier League doing bits. There we go, Clecto. There we go. Love it. All right. Press that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on Arsenal's 2-0 victory match reaction. Steve, any final thoughts?
No, just very similar to the beginning. That, and isn't it great? And it's just a pleasure to see, they've given me that love back, because, there was a lot of. I'll tell you what's good. My final thought tonight is, it's fantastic to see the fan base bonding back together again, because it was in a bit of an awful state. I can tell you. So it's great to see, fans, bonding back all on the same, all on the same passage, on the same conveyor belt, and that's great to see. So up the Arsenal.
There we go. And as Stephen says on this note, it must be killing all the Arteta outers. They have nothing to moan about. Stephen, they're hiding, mate. They're hiding it. And long may that continue, because we don't want to hear no negativity right now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. What can you really moan about? They'll be waiting for the Liverpool game on Wednesday, I reckon. But yeah, big game there. Big game there. We're not even talking about that. We can talk about that one on Tuesday. All right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight. Thank you, everyone who joined us in the comment section. Callisto on form as always, and you as well, Stephen. Appreciate the support. Who else did we have in there? George, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. If you are on Facebook, come over to KS1 TV next time, or change the settings so that we can see who you are in the chat as well. If you are watching on Twitter, make sure you come over to KS1 TV next time, or smash the link in the comment section where I always put it, or I always do a little retweet of the show, or a little share of the show. So you can, even if you are on Twitter, you don't even have to move. You can watch the show directly from YouTube, from Twitter as well. All right? That's how nice I am. I'm generous. What can you ask? You ain't even got to move. All right. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.